It's been a while, but we're back. I've taken a little bit of time off over the last few weeks, largely because of where we are, and I'll get to that in a second, but it is game day today, and we are getting straight into round one. AFLW's kicked off last night. I'm out at a game today, North Melbourne Geelong, so got my rapid test, about to go through and do this one. I'll take you through it. It's not super interesting, it's just shoving a swab up your nose, and some of you might have done these now that they're becoming more common here in Australia, but got to go and do that, got to send off my result. Hopefully we're negative first, then we can start preparing for the day. So I'm going to take you through what I do on game day and preparing, but also a few of the other things, give you a bit of an update of what's happened in the last couple of weeks and now heading into 2022. It's crazy that it's already 2022, but new year, we're going to keep smashing through this performance vlog series and hopefully you enjoy the ride. So let's get this one done, grab some breakfast and we'll sit down, have a coffee, have a chat. Negative, good result, means we can go to the game today. If you're wondering what that looks like, it's just a single line that comes up on these rapid tests. You don't want the double line. But in terms of quick little updates, where are we? Well, this is my new apartment. Finally, over the last couple of years, I've been wanting to move out or planning to move out of the family home for a while. It's something that I've wanted to do, but the pandemic just didn't allow it. It's hard to get out and inspect places and have a look. So really lucky with the window of opportunity before Christmas that I could find this place, which is awesome. So you're gonna be seeing a lot more of this. But what I wanted to mainly focus on today was game day. What do I do on a normal game day? How do I lead into, I guess, the preparation for a match? You've seen a lot of my training now, and I'm not gonna be able to show you too much in terms of at the game, in the rooms, things like that, because there's so many restrictions on what you can and can't film. And how I normally start my day is wake up, breakfast and a coffee. That's what I do every day. So there's nothing that changes there that's different to the norm, which I guess is a really key thing. You want to try and keep things as consistent as you can, so that ultimately you can perform whenever you need to. And the reason I do that is particularly now. They even said to us during the week that there's a chance that things could change on the day of your game, or you could be moved somewhere else, or your game time could be brought forward, it could be pushed back. You've got to have flexibility, but as much consistency as you can build within that, it eliminates all that other stress. Today I've got a 5-10 game, so you're going to see a lot of through the day of me just sort of going through and how do I prepare for that. Sometimes when the game is a little bit earlier in the day, I do things a little bit differently. Obviously, if I have 11 o'clock start in the morning, or if I have a 1 p.m. game, 3 p.m. game, 5 o'clock, even as late as 7:45 games we get, that all is planned ahead. So I've already planned out my day. Most of it's going to be revolving around staying reasonably active. I've got a couple of things I need to do to sort of clean up around here. You might be able to see some boxes and stuff in the background. Not completely set up. I've only been in here about a week. So still don't have internet, things like that. So it's really, really new. But ultimately today, I'm just trying to stay as active as I can, get some mobility done, keep moving. I might head across the oval and just get the legs turning over a little bit later this morning. Maybe go out for a walk, one of those two. Try to stay away from people as much as I can, particularly at the moment, just with the COVID situation. I want to make sure that my negative result holds true, and I don't sort of blow anything up there. So I'm going to get stuck in this coffee. I'm just going to take you around with me today, and then as we get into the game, and then we might do a bit of a summary breakdown at the end. And I'm going to record my GPS. If you've seen a couple of previous episodes, I think the last episode I put up, I did a summary of what GPS data I collect during a practice match. I'm going to be recording all of that throughout this game, and so I don't know whether this will be part of this episode or maybe my monthly update from my channel members, but we'll be doing some analysis on the GPS side of things from round one, because now that this is an actual season game, the intensity always goes up. I watched the game last night on TV, the season opener, and it was a lot quicker, a lot faster than what I'd seen in the practice matches that I'd done. So it's the type of thing that it always changes a bit. The players all get a bit excited, everyone gets sort of in and amongst it, but that ultimately then dictates what our GPS loads are, and that's ultimately then going to dictate what I'm going to do from a training perspective as well. Apologies, I haven't been around as much the last couple of weeks. It has been a bit tough, particularly with the whole COVID situation and all these testing requirements, and ultimately me trying to stay safe so I can go out and umpire each week. I'm still going into work and things like that, but I just haven't had the time because I've been moving all the stuff in here and getting this ready. So a little bit different. Let's get stuck into the rest of the day. Let's go do some mobility, keep moving, and we'll get ready for game time.
When I'm on game day and I'm just sitting around waiting is, like I said before, I'm going to try and keep moving. So I'm going to go for a walk in a bit. I'm going to do some mobility, got the foam roller out, just keep active and also keep myself engaged in other tasks. A big thing for me learning over the past couple of years is when I am waiting around all day for a game, today, 5:10 game time, I'm not going to leave here till about 3 o'clock, or just before 3. So I've got a lot of time to kill, so to speak. So I want to keep my mind away from football because I don't want to burn myself out. So that's why I got the cricket on in the background, watching the test match. I'm going to do some other things in terms of, like I said, go for a walk, listen to some music, maybe check on a podcast, keep myself moving. I don't want to do too much, but I just want to I don't want to be sitting there procrastinating all day. And that's the big thing that sort of drains you mentally, because as I've mentioned before on this channel when talking about my football, there's a lot of mental tasks required on game day. I'm making a lot of decisions, so I want to make sure my mind's really fresh for that. But then also physically, I don't want to be getting up out of the car and being really stiff and then trying to drag my feet through a game. I want to be ready to go straight away. So I want to try and keep things going through the day as best I can. A little bit different from when I have a morning game, if it's at 11 o'clock or 1 p.m. I've sort of already at a point now, like it's 20 past 10. So if I was doing a 1 p.m. game, I'm starting to get myself ready, packed and get in the car almost, depending on where I'm going to. But for the later afternoon games, especially the night games, you've got to keep yourself moving during the day. And this goes for anyone who might be racing or doing competitions in the afternoon. Give yourself something to do in the morning. You don't want to do too much, but give yourself a bit of time to just switch off, do something different, keep yourself sort of engaged in the day. Then you can go and focus in when the time comes later on. So quick bit of mobility now, show you my little bit of a routine while I watch the cricket, and then we'll head out for a bit of a walk. Did a bit of mobility. Now I'm just going to start packing everything. It's 1:15, so I'm probably going to leave in another sort of hour and a half or so. But I've got a lot of stuff. So as you can see here, this is everything that I pack usually for a game day. So got a pair of boots in the bag at the top, warm-up top, match kit, match shirts, or all my gear to wear to the game. Things like brand new sweatbands, brand new game I like to wear, brand new sweatbands in round 1. Just a little thing that I've done over the last few years. Things like GPS vest, ready to go underneath the top as well, so I can chuck the unit in the back. Got some paperwork and some other stuff that I need to take with me in the bag. And then another little couple of things, like obviously my GPS, my whistles, things like that. This one's going to go in the back of the shirt, as you know, but then I'm going to pack all my food, drinks, hydration. That's one of the things with, I guess, COVID over the last couple of years, is that all of that stuff where we sometimes used to get taken care of for us, especially in the higher up competitions, you'd have staff there who would get Powerade and stuff for you, and you would have bottles all ready to go. Now we have to bring all of our own stuff with us, which is probably actually better. It's actually my preference in terms of using my own stuff, have my own Powerade, have my own bananas, have my own lollies and stuff, just little snacks that I can have during the game. I don't need to take, I don't take gels and things like that during, just purely personal preference. Gels don't tend to sit well with me too greatly, but also we're not doing that much work. So over yes, I'm burning a lot of carbs, but I have quarter time and half time breaks where I can get some carbs in. I got the time, so I tend to like at half time take a banana instead, and get some solids in. I find that works better for me. So a lot of things I do have to pack, get my hydration sorted. Once that's all ready to go, then we're going to head into the game. So not much longer to go, still just watching off the last little bit of cricket, and just, again, keeping relaxed, like I said before. But we're going to pack everything up and start getting ready to head in and get ready for game day. Game done. Pretty tired. Just going to chill out here. Got some stuff to do in terms of getting everything sorted post-game. It finished up all right. It was actually not as warm as what we were expecting. A little bit warm out there, a little bit humid as well. It's been raining a lot the last couple of days. So conditions were a little bit sort of up and down. It got hot and it got cool again and it got hot again. pretty sort of good to be out there though. Round one, get back amongst it. Legs are pretty cooked. It's always a bit different getting in. That's what I mentioned before. It's always a bit different. The intensity does go up when you get into round one. So the ball was zipping around, particularly in the first half. They were cracking in pretty hard, so it made our job a bit difficult at times to see what was happening. A lot of players around the ball, but physically, all the work we do pre-season, and it's what you've seen, all the aerobic development they've been doing, lifting up that top end, allows me to just go again and again and again. But definitely towards the end, start to feel a little bit tired, a little bit fatigued, and that will happen until I get some extra matches in. So plan now, I'm going to chuck the recovery boots on in a bit, help just flush out the leg and ultimately recover up as quick as we can, and then go back in. And I've got a Friday night game at this stage next week. So shorter turnaround, 6-day turnaround, so it'll change a little bit of my training this week. Hopefully you got a bit of insight in terms of what a game day looks like, and from my perspective, all the lead up. Again, apologies I can't show you too much of the actual game and while we're there, because one, I've got a job to do, but two, you're pretty restricted on what we can and can't do in terms of filming stuff and phone use and things like that around the ground. So hopefully got a bit of insight in terms of something different this week. And again, looking forward to getting some content back up. I know it's been I've been away from the channel for a little bit these last couple of weeks getting this place set up, but definitely going to get some more videos out and excited for what this channel is going to be like in 2022. So thanks for watching this one today, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.